In the remote wilderness of northeastern Arizona, where the wind howls through the jagged canyons and the pines creak like old bones, 5 friends, Eli, Marissa, Jaden, Rosalie, and Connor, set out on what was supposed to be a soul-cleansing camping trip, unaware that they were stepping onto land whispered about in frightened tones, a place where locals dared not tread after nightfall, Skinwalker territory. The first sign came at dusk, when the wind carried an unnatural whistle, like someone mocking their laughter. Eli swore he saw a tall, deer-like figure standing upright among the trees, its limbs too long, its head twitching in unnatural jerks, but everyone laughed it off, believing he was trying to scare them. That night, as they sat around the crackling fire, a low guttural voice called out from the woods, not just any voice, but Rosalie's own, repeating her name over and over in a perfect, eerie mimicry. When Rosalie turned pale and whispered, "That's me," a chilling silence fell over the group. Connor grabbed a flashlight and shone it into the woods, revealing fleeting flashes of pale skin. A creature's naked body bent backward on all fours, with a face like a man wearing a rotting animal mask. Jaden, the skeptic, ventured out, muttering it was just some local messing with them, but minutes later his scream ripped through the darkness like a blade, followed by the crunch of bones. When they rushed to find him, they saw only his shredded shirt and a pair of bloody footprints, barefoot but clawed, leading deeper into the black forest. The second night, their phones lost signal and their car battery drained without explanation, forcing them to remain in the dead silence. As the temperature plummeted, strange scratching echoed against their tent, and Eli swore he saw too many fingers slide beneath the flap. When Marissa peeked through the slit, she saw her grandmother's face staring back at her, even though her grandmother had died 3 years earlier. That night the thing circled the camp, whispering their names in every voice. They loved switching from Marissa's mother to Connor's little sister, to Eli himself, as if the forest had swallowed their memories and was spitting them back in twisted forms. Rosalie disappeared at dawn. They found her jacket hanging from a tree branch 20 feet high, her camera smashed on the ground. When Eli played the last video recorded on it, the footage showed Rosalie standing in the woods, whispering, "It wants me," before a tall, skinless figure appeared behind her, its jaw unhinging with a wet crack. By the third night, the group was fractured by fear. Connor and Marissa fought, blaming each other for everything, when a deep growl erupted from the darkness, not an animal growl, but something between human and beast, an unholy hybrid that froze the blood in their veins. Something ran past their tent so fast that it ripped the fabric with a single swipe, and Eli caught a glimpse of its face. Human eyes on a wolf's skull, black veins running down its neck, its teeth jagged and dripping. The legend said Skinwalkers could wear the skin of those they killed, and that's when Eli noticed Jaden, who was presumed dead, standing near the tree line, smiling, but his smile stretched too wide, his movements jerky and puppet-like. Marissa screamed as Jaden tilted his head to an impossible angle, bones snapping as if his body were nothing but hollow wood. Connor grabbed the hatchet and ran toward him, but the thing moved faster than sound, crawling on all fours and upside down, scaling a tree like a spider. One by one, it lured them into the forest, Marissa with her mother's voice, Connor with Jaden's laugh, Eli with Rosalie's sobbing. When they realized the creature could shift forms, it was too late. Rosalie's voice echoed from every direction, layered with others, overlapping like a demonic choir. Marissa was dragged into the shadows, leaving only bloody fingernail scratches on the dirt. Connor's scream ended abruptly, followed by the sound of crunching cartilage. Eli, the last survivor, staggered toward the highway at dawn, barefoot and bleeding, only to be picked up by a truck driver who found him mumbling at war their faces over and over. But the story doesn't end there. 2 weeks later, hikers found the abandoned campsite, untouched except for one thing. The fire was still burning, as if someone or something had kept it alive. A ranger reviewing the area at night saw figures running between the trees, mimicking his every word back to him. Locals still say if you drive past that forest at night and turn off your headlights, you'll see them, tall, twisted shapes, wearing human faces like masks, waiting for someone to step off the road. Eli disappeared a month later. All they found was his truck door open, footprints leading into the dark woods, and a recording on his phone. His own voice, whispering, "I'm home."